Oh my gosh, happy spring. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another great episode of Kass's World. Back today with an interview, one of my favorite things to do. This interview was a little bit delayed, but we're here finally. Blessed. And yeah. Very excited to be here. I was actually really excited for this interview. And stay tuned because I have 2 more coming up this week and next week. But yes. Angel's here. I always like interviewing people outside of who just do music, who have different stories to tell and different creative backgrounds. So this interview actually holds a very special place in my heart. Not only that, but we got connected through fan favorites, 516 Perception, and Kill. Kills me every day to not say Killmander, even though I know he dropped the Mander, but yes, Kill. Black Rag family. Anyways, Angel's here. We're excited. You can unmute yourself, say hello.
Hey, what's up?
Yes, you're here. How do you feel?
How's it going?
Are you nervous?
Yeah, slightly. This is like my first interview.
Don't be nervous. It won't be your last. So, how are you doing? Let's do a little check-in. I'm about to start doing that. I'm about to just check in with everybody, mentally and emotionally, so I can just know where this needs to, where the interview needs to go, honestly. That's what I'm about to start doing.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm all right, yeah. I'm living and staying busy and stuff, so it's good.
Yes,
you know?
That is good. Okay, well, you're not a rapper, so I technically can't ask you how you got your name, but explain your name, because I don't know if I should call you Magic or Angel. I just be saying MajicAngel.
No, that's fine. You can call me Angel, that's my real name. Magic was just a name that I don't know, I just named myself because I liked it. And I don't know, I was 15 when I came up with the name, so I thought it was cool. And I kind of just stayed with it.
Understandable. Okay, where are you from? Because, I know where you're from, but let the people know where you're from, because...
Yeah, I currently stay in Kenosha. I've been living here for quite a long time actually. But I tend to move a lot. So when people ask me where I'm from, I'm like, yeah, it's a long story.
Well, where were you born?
I was born in Kansas.
Okay.
Yeah. Very country-esque, cornfields and stuff and cows. That's where I'm from.
I moved a lot too, not states though. I think moving states is so crazy to me.
Yeah. You mainly move city, within the state?
Yeah. A lot. I didn't move a lot. I just moved right now. That's why everything's been a little backed up for me, because I just moved again. But yeah, what states have you lived in? Let's see if you really move, if you're a real mover.
Yeah, I mean, I could give you a little timestamp of each place I've been at.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Give us a time frame. Yes, a timeline.
Yeah, a timeline. Yeah. So I was born in Kansas. I'm an '04 baby, so I was there for a bit. Then I moved for a bit in Las Vegas, Nevada. I was so young though. I don't really remember much. I just remember seeing baby pictures, and we were in a small apartment over there. And then I lived in Nebraska. I lived in Texas. I lived in Oklahoma. I lived in Wisconsin now. And I think that's most of the places I've lived at. Oh, and Colorado. I lived in Colorado.
So really, the whole West Coast, kind of Midwest area.
Yeah, a lot of moving.
Except for California.
No, I have never lived in Cali, but I've visited, but it's been a long time.
Hmm, 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 hmm.
Where are you from? You said you were an hour early. I was like, whoa, I thought you were from
Yes. Oh
Kenosha.
my gosh, y'all. Let me tell y'all story time real quick.
Yeah,
I thought we were in the same time zone, so I took me a little nap because I've been up since like 6 a.m. doing a bunch of stuff, and I took me a little two. I was like, look, I'm gonna set me a little 2 hour timer, and I'm gonna get up. And I woke up. It was 3, and he said 3:30, but I forgot that Wisconsin time. They're an hour back, and I'm an hour
yeah.
ahead because I'm in Georgia. And oh my
Oh,
gosh, y'all!
Georgia.
Yes, I woke up. I was so scared. I was like, oh my fucking god, this man is probably like, well, no interview. And I was like, damn, I didn't overslept. I was like, ugh. And then I was like, okay, I might be tripping because he might he might not be in my time zone. So I looked it up. I googled it very quickly, and I was like, okay, okay.
We're straight.
I could have slept in like an extra
Yeah.
hour or two, but you know, it is what it is. Anyways, yes,
Yeah, no,
y'all.
you're good. That was funny. I saw the message and I was like, oh, what? I thought the whole time you were here in Wisconsin.
No, I really needed that nap too, but no, I'm not in Wisconsin. I want to go though. I'll be talking about it whenever I get to talking to Perception and Kill Manager. Kill. Sorry, we always get to talking about Wisconsin. I mean,
Yeah.
Kenosha, they make it seem like it's a little dry, but I mean, it just like sounds like a cool Midwestern white town I want to go to.
It's all right. I love this place mainly because I'm connected with the people here. That's it.
Ours is super duper small, like teeny weeny, and it's only an hour drive or less from Chicago. Like y'all are right on the border, right?
Yeah, we're in the center between Milwaukee and Chicago. But
You be
we're not
going.
that small. I don't think we're small. We're like it's pretty big. But I know over there in Georgia, like they got big cities over there. Like you got Atlanta.
Don't be fooled, cause I live in a very small, teeny weeny town.
Oh, okay.
Don't be fooled. Like
I bet it's
every,
nice over there though.
it's nice and country.
Yeah.
It's. I'll say this: the people at like school wise, like we'll use schools for example. Every teacher at like all the schools went to high school with each other, all grew up in the area and never left the city, and now they've all been teachers here for like 30 plus years.
Wow.
Imagine like that type of small town.
Yeah, I've
Like
experienced that before for sure.
creepy. And I
Yeah.
moved like here from like not so small town, and when I moved here I was like, oh, y'all really are locked in. Like this is like a movie kinda.
Yeah. It's like a time capsule almost.
I'm not built for this. I was like, y'all ain't finna catch me working here in a couple years saying I never left. Y'all,
Yeah.
you moved a lot. So let me ask, do you feel equipped to big city living or small city living? Like, what's more you?
I'm equipped for both. I've had my fair share of cities. Like I lived in Chicago for a bit when I was in school over there, and I loved it. I mean, in fact, I still plan to move out over there again when I get a chance. But I don't really mind living in Kenosha because it is a smaller city compared to Chicago, of course. Um, but it's still like not like super small. And I lived in smaller cities. I think my thing is I'd rather live in a bigger city mainly because there's better opportunities and stuff like to meet people rather than small cities. You don't got a whole lot of inside.
I
Yeah,
understand it. I understand it.
yeah. I mean, that's mainly with me because I know a lot of people don't mind the quiet and just like peaceful sound of a small city or a small town. Like you just live there, go outside. I don't know, do what you gotta do. But for me, it's like I love that for sure. But I rather in the position where I'm at, as a filmmaker photographer, you get a lot more done when you're in the city, if that makes sense.
Wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly agree. Speaking of videography, you're my first ever videographer. I didn't got a producer on here. I I got one YouTuber on here. And now I have my first videographer and photographer. Won't be the last, by the way. But yes, 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 yes. And you know, I want to get into that. Me and you, we didn't talk about cameras and all sorts of stuff I want to shoot. And
Yeah.
you have a pretty nice portfolio, especially. I try not to like overdo the fangirling, but Trouble is like a very, very good music video. If y'all don't know what Trouble is, I'll link it in the episode. It is a music video he did for Kill. Wait, is it? No. Well,
Yeah, it was for Kill, yeah.
that, or was it Pouring Lines? I think I'm getting it mixed up. Pouring Lines actually was my favorite. Not only because I like the song, I think that was my first time hearing the song. But the Pouring Lines music video was so fire to me. I think it was very good, very great quality. Great
Thank
production.
you.
You did a very good job. Was
Thank you.
that
I
music
appreciate
video
that.
fun? Because that's only 4 weeks old that you've uploaded that.
Yeah, that video we actually filmed. I don't know if Kill ever mentioned it, but we filmed last year during the summer. So it was quite a while before we officially uploaded it, but it was kind of a thing we had planned out that we wanted to um really perfect the videos as much as we could
Mm-hmm.
and give it time for which when the album came out, because the album just like, didn't just come out a couple months ago too. Um, but it was a cool video. I think it was the first. Yeah, it was the first video I shot off the FX30, which is this like really nice budget-friendly cinema camera that my buddy let me borrow. And obviously for me it was kind of like, a little kid getting their favorite toy. So I was really geeking out about it and stuff. And Kill, he was super excited about it mainly because it was one of the first, I guess, directed videos,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense, because I had a small team helping me out, as well as Kill's buddies who were all there to help me out and stuff. So we got a lot of stuff done in that one day, and we kind of just went with it. And it was in Milwaukee too, so it was super chill. Um, Really good spot to do a lot of work over there in Milwaukee.
Yes. So actually, I do have to say, when you and Kill shoot together and stuff, I feel like you always really captivate, like, I guess the aura. I know it's so Gen Z, but the aura of the song, like the energy of the song. I think when you shoot and you film and edit and do what you do, you always do a good, like, grasp of really getting the song and the video to mesh. Like, it just works. That's
Yeah.
what I noticed in the Pouring Lines video. Because I rewatched that a couple times, actually, on my TV. I was like, wow. I was cleaning the kitchen. I was like, yo, he really did that. He really, really did that, for real.
Yeah, I mean, it's a catchy song too. I remember
Oh,
when we
wait.
were doing the planning. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. Keep going. I was going to ask you about that camera, but yes, keep going. Tell me.
Oh yeah. I was just saying that when we did like the brainstorming for the songs, like he was sending me the songs, and he was like, which one should we do a video for?" And Pouring Lines was like one of the first ones where I was like, "Yeah, this one needs a video right now."
Because it is
Um,
a good song. I think.
it's a catchy song. It's a little different from like the other ones because it's slower pace and then it builds up. It's pretty neat.
I and that was my first time hearing it, so I was like, "Oh," I was like, "Okay, Kill, this is a little different." I was like, hold on."
Yeah.
But yes, y'all all together, like when you shoot and you film and you do what you do for them, you all have like I can tell it's great chemistry behind it, and it feels so organic.
Yeah, for sure. I It was definitely a very like yin yang kind of thing when we first met up and we started working because um we were actually like school friends. Not school friends really. We just knew each other back in middle school. So meeting now in the future was kind of like, yo, like where you been this whole time? And we all got our own things. He's doing his music and I'm doing my work with photography and filmmaking.
Hmm.
And we're like, yo, what if we just put the two together? And now it's like, this ongoing process of this work that we've been putting out and we're still doing.
What
So
I
yeah,
would like to see is what you would like put together for Perception's rave EDM thing he's dropping. I think that would be fun.
yeah, we did talk about it a couple weeks ago, and I told them, just um, let's meet up and stuff. I like meeting up people. I talking to people on like the internet is one thing. Like we get things
It's good, yes, it's
straight
good to
across.
meet up and plan. Yes.
Yeah, it's just better to be in person. So I'm waiting for a day where we're both free and we can meet up and stuff.
Listen, let me in the writing room because I got a couple ideas too. Like, I'm always on go. Creative director me right now. Anybody, somebody, because I don't know, like, my brain stretches so far, and I just, like, my Pinterest, for example. Like, do you use Pinterest? I assume
I
you do.
Yep.
Okay.
Always.
Y'all hear that thunder in the back? I'm sorry. Yes, Pinterest. Yes, okay. Like, Pinterest is one way to really get to know a person.
Yeah.
You could just really, like, I feel like Pinterest has everything.
Are you like a Pinterest stalker? Like you be stalking people's profiles?
Oh no. Well, no. But I'm really deep on that app. It's like so nice and quiet than any other social media app.
Yeah. I
So,
use it a lot for pretty much a lot of work sometimes too. So I understand where you're coming from for sure.
so when did you first really break into videography or photography? Like, tell me about the first time you picked up a camera, and we can go from there.
I mean, I picked up cameras, most of my life here and there, but it never clicked to me until like later on in the future. In fact, my dad, when I was a little kid, he always carried a little disposable camera with him, and he always take pictures of us, of me and my brother, and I have like a lot of those photos now, and it's crazy how many times he'd have a camera on him. So it kind of inspired me in a way to like always carry a camera on me. And I think the first time I did pick up a camera though was for sure um what's it, probably in high school. I was a freshman in high school and my teacher was teaching this Photoshop class, and she had a bunch of like these little old, probably broken cameras in her room, and I love the way they look like, and then I'm like, okay. And this is when I started getting into movies too. Like I really started watching
Hmm.
movies and stuff. And I was still kind of new to everything. I just, was just passionate about it. Like, okay, I'm gonna try to learn about this stuff. And slowly I started working through the process of like taking photos, buying a camera, owning a camera. And for a lot of my early photos were actually shot from my phone. In fact, I still shoot from my phone a lot of times too. And it's very like a lot of people kind of seem surprised by it because you think like photographer like you wouldn't want to use a phone camera. And it's not even I think it's pretty cool having your phone as an on camera because you always have your phone on you. And sometimes you see something you want to take a photo of, and you got your camera on your phone. But I don't use the regular camera app on the iPhone. I use Lightroom app actually, which is like a hidden gem when it comes to photography. In fact, you could do it too. That's what I always say.
I agree. I definitely agree. Movies and music videos is what made me want to get into videography. I always, you can really capture so much in one clip.
Yeah,
And I don't know, like all the movies I watched, the music videos I've seen. When I was younger, I used to love music videos. Like music, Vivo Demon. Like I loved music videos.
same.
Even the corny, cheesy ones, I loved them. And I didn't care too much to be in the camera, but I would love to be behind it and shoot it and plan it and design, like all that. Same
Yeah.
with photography. Like it's just like I feel as if though it's almost underrated. I feel like definitely a lot of people are doing it,
Music video
but I
stuff?
don't think they're. You said what?
The music video stuff?
Just like photography and videography. I know like a lot of photographers now, but they don't.
Yeah.
It's just not the same as like like back in the day.
Yeah.
I feel like they all have kind of the same type of style, but me, I want to stretch. I want to expand. I want to get out there. I want to have like a big camera collection, and every day I just use a different camera.
Yeah, I mean, you honestly, you could start that right now. You could probably
I
go to
know.
a thrift store.
Procrastination will kill you. I'm trying to stop it.
You probably have a lot going on. 'Cause when you have a lot going on, you kind of just like, you say you want to start something, and then you really
It gets a
never
little
do.
delayed.
It's a little delayed, yeah.
I get it. I get it. I get it. What has been your favorite thing you've shot this year so far or filmed?
Like my favorite photo?
Anything, like anything you've done this year alone.
I mean, 2025 has honestly been really slow as far as photos go. I've really kind of slowed down in how many photos I've taken. But I think recently I've been going to little fairs around the state with some buddies, and we go over there and enjoy the food over there. 'Cause, like the little county fairs, they have food and markets and stuff,
Fried
and they're
Oreos,
cool.
yes.
Fried Oreos, yes. I had my first fried Oreo
It was
a couple
good,
weeks
wasn't it?
ago.
You needed another one.
I was low key waiting in line again. It was good.
Listen,
Yeah,
I love me some fair food, okay?
yeah.
I don't even
Sometimes
go skip
they
that
have
out
some
there.
weird stuff though, like
They do. I'm not eating no fried butter, but you get it. You get the gist.
fried butter. That's like okay, that's monstrosity right there.
That's why America got an obesity problem now. Because why are we eating fried butter? When does that ever sounded ethical?
Delicious. Yeah. I don't know. That's an
Safe.
American thing.
Yes, though. I love fair food. I get it, though. Yes. I like the. I don't know. Every time I go to the fair, I always get hit with like a whiff of nostalgia, but like in a good way.
Yeah.
They say nostalgia is sad, but to me, it always hits me in like the best way possible. Like not in a way where I have to dwell and be sad.
In a positive
Yes,
manner.
yes.
Yeah.
For me, nostalgia is always positive. If it's not positive, it's probably trauma. I'm gonna be honest, but nostalgia always like it always hits me in the best way, and that's how I feel when I go to the fair. So I definitely get it with like the fair photos because I like taking pictures at the fair, like the bright lights, the colors, I don't know, it's just
Yeah.
all, especially country fairs. If that's
hmm
definitely a different experience. I don't know how northern fairs are. Listen,
they don't get as country here, but there you get a handful of people could show up, and usually it does kind of give off that country vibe, especially the one we just went to recently in
mhm,
Illinois. But it was bigger and it was pretty cool. Really cool.
interesting. So AI has been on my mind lately. AI,
Yeah.
and I've been in and out of myself debating on the ethics behind AI, but also the, good it has. I feel like I can't knock AI as much as I can be against it. I think it definitely has its capabilities and what it can do and the good it can do. However, still doesn't mean I fuck with it, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And AI images is really going up. I mean, I'm gonna use this up for an example in the terms because you do photo shoots and things like that. I know this one woman, she was making a LinkedIn account and she didn't have any professional pictures of herself. And she got AI to generate herself a professional picture.
Um,
You think AI is gonna come in and take your job?
I don't think AI can take my job mainly because what is the job that it's gonna take?
You
Think
think
like let me ask you that. Like if AI, when people say is AI gonna take your job, specifically what job is it gonna take? The what part of photography is it gonna take?
well, it can never AI can never, as much as we program it to, it will never be able to capture emotion and feeling as much as we claim it probably could. It can't.
Yeah,
However, I mean, if people want a quick fix to something, I don't think they're gonna care,
yeah.
you know?
I mean, to answer your question, really, I think with AI, I mean, it's advanced so much in the last, um, I'd say 4 years, 3, 4 years. I mean, it's advanced since like a long time, but as far as like the AI we see a lot now, because I remember when AI became such a big thing, especially with, ChatGPT.
It felt
And
like
that
it
was
was
like,
only a year ago.
yeah,
I'm
it
not
feels
kidding.
like it was just recently, and it's advanced so much. Like really, like I've been seeing my brothers are just showing me the other day these like monkey videos that like speak like English, and they sound so realistic, but it's AI.
I have my reasons for being against AI.
Yeah,
While I do think it can do wonders, it can do good for us. I take into account like a lot of things, and like one of them, while maybe AI shouldn't go away, I think it definitely should have its restrictions. Number one,
yeah,
I think
yeah.
it shouldn't be, because it can be so powerful, it shouldn't be as accessible. I'm gonna use one example. The teenage boys, I think it was in Europe, who got charged for making fake AI porn images of their classmates.
Hmm.
You see?
Okay.
Or, I mean, you can go on any, there's plenty of platforms, especially of me just doing research and I've heard of, where you can simply take pictures of your friends and people you know, and they have specific explicit image apps like you can use to create anything of them.
Yeah,
And you will never know that somebody's doing that.
yeah.
You know?
It's pretty bad. And I mean, I've always had the discussion, like, because I'm not, like I said, I'm not entirely against AI. It's just it needs certain laws and restrictions, especially here in the US, to limit its power, you know?
Yeah, I think it goes the saying like guns don't hurt people, people hurt people.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
like,
the way I'll use it.
yeah, because an object can't really hurt someone unless that person uses it in intent to hurt someone, you know? It's kind of how AI is. I mean, people will argue like, well, what if AI has its mind of its own? I mean, I'm not no expert in that, but who knows? Like, well, what if it does? Game over.
Well, when we're feeding it information, and that's another thing, people are also talking to AI. People are giving AI insight into the real world. We're teaching AI lingo. We're giving AI details about our lives. It science fiction as it may sound, AI could take over one day.
Yeah, they'd be like, have you ever seen the movie Nine?
Wait, you said what?
Have you ever seen the movie Nine? With like the puppets, the
Nine?
little like, oh, you've never seen the movie? I think it's by Tim Burton. It's like from like 2008 or something, 2010. It's an old movie.
Wait, hold on. I might. Let me look this up. Nine?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. Who's in this? Hold on. Nicole Kidman is in it.
Yeah, there's like a handful of actors and actresses who play the voices. I don't know. It's like a childhood movie, and every time. when we talk about AI, I think about that movie.
I'll check it out. Or I, Robot with Will Smith.
Oh, that one too. That one's pretty weird.
Yeah, it was weird. I don't like the robots in that movie.
Yeah, the faces scared me as a kid.
And that movie only takes place in 2035.
Really,
That's
it's in
what, 10
10
years
years.
away?
Yeah, 10 years.
YOLO, y'all, YOLO.
You never know. You never know.
I like the AI conversation. It's interesting, but it's definitely being abused. It's definitely being overused. And AI is taking the fun out of everything. I just told my grandpa the other day, please stop sending me those AI videos. They're weird. I feel like if you
You,
can make anything into a baby image, that's weird.
yeah. When's the last time you used AI recently? Have you ever used AI recently?
Yeah, I've used I used AI to pass a class a semester or two ago. That was it.
Was it like English or something?
Oh,
Like writing?
no, 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 never.
Oh,
I would never use AI for writing. All my writing is organic. I'm take very good pride in my writing and like actually
yeah.
because I enjoy literature. I used it for geometry, math.
Uh, Math, my enemy.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Truth be told, I only passed two tests in that class. I still passed with a high grade though. I didn't fail.
But you still pass. That's what counts.
Yes, yes, yes. But yeah, I mean, I'll admit it. I used AI. I definitely have. Definitely
Yeah.
have. Am I the
But
most?
you use it with good intent.
I mean,
I
yeah,
know. I know
yeah,
what.
yeah. I mean, I was using it to get through my work. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean you're not hurting anyone though.
I was
Like,
using Gauss,
yeah.
not ChatGPT. Speaking of AI, I have the funniest story. You know how on Instagram you can they have those AI bots you can talk to and they have like, oh, you like they can be different people. Like they have them pre-made. Have you seen that?
Yeah. Yeah.
So my friend had one that was already pre-made and it was the ATLYN bot.
Yeah.
So I guess my friend had been talking to it like 2 days prior and then it just randomly texts him out of nowhere. And he's pressing my friend. He's like, where are you at? Why the fuck are you lying to me? Where do you work at? What time do you get off work? You lying to me, bro. He's typing in all caps.
Yeah.
Like, the AI is just crashing out, and my friend is genuinely, like, I'm over here cracking up on the phone. Like, I'm laughing. But my friend is genuinely scared, and I kind of feel bad now. Sorry, not. But
Yeah.
the AI is pressing, and I'm like, see, you don't even need to be talking to this ATLYN bot. But it was basically pressing him, and then he had to calm the AI bot down. It was like, "Hey, bro, we're cool." And the bot was like, "You don't even make me feel like I'm AI." And then he started bringing up Star Wars, but my friend I don't know if it's a coincidence, but my friend loves Star Wars, but he's never talked about Star Wars with the bot, so
I don't know. That's a little odd.
it was you just had to be there because it was really funny if you had seen it.
Have you ever used the Snapchat AI?
Yeah, just to see what it'd be like. It was weird. I didn't.
Yeah, I think that
I
was
don't
like
even use
one
Snapchat.
first. You don't use Snapchat?
I just downloaded it to like. I mean, I have a Snap account. I used to be on Snapchat crazy back like when I was younger, but then like I got off it because it was lame. And
Same.
yeah, I used to be a
Same.
Snapchat demon. Okay, I think a
Yeah.
lot of us were, and now it's just lame.
Yeah.
But I did download it back one day, just like I think I was just trying to get some old pictures out of there, and then
Hmm.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna build my little AI bot, and I made it a guy, and I just like was texting it. It was just weird. It was awkward. I didn't like it.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. I remember Then it came out like last year, I think. I think so. But I remember when it came out, it was like a big thing, and I
I
had
feel
to
bad.
experience it for myself.
Yeah, I feel bad for those people who do rely on AI for social interaction or quote unquote social interaction. I know
Yeah,
there's a lot of people who seriously do like does talk to AI about their problems, which I really don't recommend. I don't that doesn't it just something about it just doesn't sound right. I know there's like AI mental health chatbot friend apps I've gotten recommended a couple times.
yeah. I've seen those. Like I've I did because ChatGPT has like doesn't say it's therapy, but it like you could ask it something like about life, and it'll be like, oh yeah, according to so and so sources, you should do this and do that. And because I mean I use AI here and there for like things I don't have access to, you know?
Hmm.
I'm not saying that that's not me saying support. I'm not supporting it in any way where that should be like the new method where let's say you like with what you said, mental health and stuff.
Hmm.
I don't think AI should be a new way of creating or destroying jobs in that case, you know?
I don't think we need to be vulnerable with AI. I think
Yeah,
we need to use it for
as a tool, not
a
as,
tool, not a
you
coping
know,
mechanism.
yeah. AI should be used as a tool.
Now, I don't knock people who use AI, but I do side eye them.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I have seen people get up here and say, I be talking to my AI, I be talking to AI, like that's my homegirl, like that's my friend. It's just like, it just doesn't sound like, I don't know if this is even like the right word, but like ethical.
yeah. I mean, like, what going back to what you said, a lot of times people use AI as their, as a way to like communicate better or just communicate in general because sometimes maybe they're not good outside of social, like real social interaction with people and they have
Hmm.
anxiety or something. 'Cause I know people who suffer with that and maybe they
Me
use it for
too.
that. But there's better ways. There's better ways
10
to
times better
communicate.
ways.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather you go on Discord and find a random server of people, real people, than maybe AI. I don't know though. But,
Yeah.
and I think what's also really sad is like older people, like the older generations, they cannot tell what's AI and what's not AI.
Yeah.
My grandpa has sent me so many things thinking it's real. For me, it's easy to point out AI. I'm gonna be honest.
No, yeah, it's so easy for us to tell
But
because we live
older
with it.
people can't.
No, it's weird explaining to them that's like you in your mind like how it's like you can tell like it's black and white like how do you not see that but they can't like I don't know like,
And
something's blocking them from seeing
they
it.
can't tell if it's AI, but they also love using AI for different things. I know my
Yeah,
grandma was trying to get into like making like cute AI images and like posting them, and I was like, I mean, do you, girl, but like, what is y'all really love AI? Like, it's really becoming the new thing. They be posting pictures of themselves in different AI scenes, and I can't lie. The only person I like that uses like AI and I guess a video and photography way is I Love You Kevin. He does like really funny AI videos, like trailers, like he does trailers of himself, like they're actual videos, but he adds AI elements to it and it's kind of funny and clever. But that's the only exception. My only exception.
that brings up the topic on AI in music videos and filmmaking in general but you've seen that right?
Yes, I've watched a couple of commercials from big brands that were AI generated.
Oh, like the Coca-Cola Santa AI
Yeah,
video, you seen that one? That one's bad. That one looks so bad.
and it does not look good. That's how I know we're not even peaking yet.
Yeah, I mean, didn't that one come out like last year? Like,
Probably it could have came out 2 years ago and we wouldn't have some people wouldn't have known.
yeah, But I think one of the a lot of artists I listen to, well, probably a few have used AI in music videos, and there's ones where I kind of think that they're creative in a way, like it's cool, and there's some where I'm like, maybe the whole video couldn't have been AI, you know? Like going back with what you were saying that you loved watching music videos. I have a playlist full of music videos I love. Like I analyze music video like it's homework.
Yes, literally.
That's how I teach myself to, you know, to continue doing what I do. And I've run across a few where they use AI, and it's mainly in the hip hop genre, like like the underground scene.
Yeah,
Like a big
they're
one.
getting lazy.
I don't think that they're getting lazy. I think a lot of them are just, young dudes who think it's cool. And yeah, put AI on that and make it look cool and freakish and stuff. And I don't mind that because sometimes it looks kind of like it looks cool, I guess. At least the way they use it is kind of like funny. Um, but the one where I talked about what kind of is the whole video was the Vultures music video by Kanye, which came out over a year ago. I don't know if you've seen that one, but
I
it's
might have. I don't listen to New Yay. We've,
no,
if you listen to me and Kill and Perceptions interview, we done talked about Yay a little bit, but I haven't listened to too much of his new music. But go ahead.
yeah. I mainly, I analyze the video, regardless of Kanye's crash outs and stuff. And the video itself is interesting because the whole video is AI. I think so. And I found the program that uses it. You have to pay for it. Um,
How expensive is it?
I don't remember, but it was paid, and it wasn't too expensive. It was kind of like, oh, it's not that bad. It's not cheap though, because if you think about it, it is a program generating fake video images, and it's high quality too. You know, you can tell it to do something, and it'll do it for you. Like that's a cheat code. And it's probably a lot better now than it was last year. Like a lot of things advance in a year with AI.
I knew AI was getting bad because Trump was using it. He was
Yeah,
trolling. Like we really live in like we have a troll as our president. Like he's really a troll.
yeah. I mean, like he's old too, so he probably thinks AI is like, oh, it's a controversial subject, but I'm gonna use it in a funny way. I mean, a lot of people will bring up the conversation, oh, so and so president from so and so back in the day would never do something like this. And you know what?
Yes,
You're
they would.
right.
If it was there, no, I digress. If it was there, if it was accessible, they would definitely abuse it.
But to an extent, because how long are we going back? You know?
Trump is just an asshole though, so I'm not gonna put too much past him.
Yeah. He's a, all I say he's an evil man. That's all I say. I think there's too much controversy in the way we treat people when it should be something that just straight up like why why is it such a big deal for you to not live happily when someone else is living happily? Like why do you have to strip away their happiness from them? And it's kind of like the whole administration right now is stripping people's happiness away for their own intent. Yeah. And it sucks too because a lot of the stuff I do is I'm connected with so many people um, from diverse places, and I find it so bizarre to me that um, how different views and opinions kind of like have become such an important thing anymore. Like back then, if you had a different opinion on things like this right now, like current topics about immigration and tariffs and stuff, I mean, you ask people about immigration, not many people know about it. They just think it's like, oh, it's it's a thing that we've had and stuff, but it's the thing that we've been always having. I mean, the country itself was founded by people who immigrated from the UK seeking for better opportunities. And the same people that did that are the ones stressing that we're ruining that for them. So I'm like, it's a bit of a crazy statement to say. And I mean, as a photographer and filmmaker, like a lot of the stuff I do can get expensive now because of how expensive things are getting.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Like equipment, like a lot of the well, a lot of things like cameras and stuff are not made in America. In America, they're made in Japan or in Taiwan. Taiwan is like the leading country in chip manufacturing. Where else you can get that in the US? Nowhere. That's only in Taiwan. And a lot of it's sanctioned too by China. So you know how that works with China and US. So a lot of this does impact people who are actually in this field. And the ones that don't really that say it's not a big deal is because they're not impacted by it yet. And when they are, they're gonna be like, "Oh, you were right." Yeah, from the beginning. But yeah,
Our country is definitely going somewhere. Where, I don't know, but this tariff thing is like really a big blow. There's a couple big blows that have happened since his presidency started. I think the most disheartening one has been him trying to ban Narcan, which is crazy to me.
Ben, what was it?
Narcan?
Oh, okay, Narcan. Yeah, isn't that the gas?
No,
What's
okay.
Narcan? Oh, Narcan. You're
Well,
talking about
yeah.
Narcan.
Oh,
Oh
Narcan.
yeah,
Narcan.
you're good. You're good. That sounded like gas to me. Yeah, no, that was yeah.
I
I don't know
don't
what he was
understand the
thinking.
concept of that.
Yeah, I haven't looked into that one, but I remember hearing a story about it, and I thought it's um kind of stupid.
And then ending Job Corps, and then putting Elon Musk as your right hand man is like,
Yeah. Well, they're not buddies right now. I don't know if you
I thought they
saw the
made up.
news.
I could have sworn they made. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I don't really like. I'm not keeping up with their relationship and stuff. But I remember seeing the news the other day, and they're they were beefing.
Yes, yes. They were beefing like two females that just fell out, and now they're both on their story posting on Snapchat. That's what I felt like.
Yeah.
If you a girl, I feel like Elon in Trump's situation. This is a girl reference, by the way.
Hmm.
Elon, Elon posted Trump's panties. That's what he did. If you get the reference, you get the reference. But yeah,
I'm on the internet. I'm on the internet.
yes. See, this is what I hate. People be trying to knock being chronically online like it's a terrible thing. I'm chronically online. I'm not like an incel. I'm not like parasocial. I
Yeah.
just, I know what I know, okay?
Yeah. No, honestly, people when people say, "Oh, you're chronically online," I think I see it as in like, yeah, I am.
I was
But I,
definitely a scale, a spectrum. Some are a little more than others, but,
yeah,
you know,
it's balanced though. I balance it out.
me too. Ain't no shame in my game.
Yeah. I'm mainly more on music. I yeah. I know you love music, right?
I
Who
do, I
doesn't?
do. Who doesn't?
Yeah. I have I think I think my most open app is Apple Music because that's what I use to listen to music.
Oh, I use Spotify. I'm not paying Apple. I already pay for storage. No offense.
Yeah. You against Apple Music?
I'm not against it. I've actually heard the quality on Apple Music sounds 10 times better than Spotify. But I won't fall for that propaganda because I love my free Spotify. And Spotify is just cool to me. I've had Spotify since I was in elementary school. I've had the same account.
Yeah.
And it's just memories. Like, it's just pure nostalgia in there half the time.
I think if those who don't mind the free version of Spotify, it is a cheat code. Like I'll give him that. But me, I can't. I gotta have, my access to music right away. Like I don't want to hear ads. Because I used to have like a jailbroken Spotify back in the day, but Apple patched that up, so it's like impossible to get that now. So
Hey, I
I'm not
need all
paying.
the
I'm not
methods.
paying Spotify.
Let me find out you a scammer, Angel. Give me the methods right now.
The methods. I don't. My laptop, my previous laptop had a virus on it because I was pirating stuff too much stuff.
Pirating? What were you pirating?
Oh, a lot of like presets and stuff for
That is so. That's so
yeah.
real.
Yeah, no, I mean it was an older laptop, so a lot of the security measures I had compared to my new laptop were kind of not there. So I could easily like pirate something and Apple wouldn't detect it. But then I get a virus and I'm like, fuck,
You should have got
you
a
know.
VPN. Did you have a VPN?
I did, yeah, bro. These dudes are getting too good at it now. I mean, it
Mm.
was a free VPN. I think what I did is I downloaded this like third party VPN thing and it like got away. It got rid of the virus, but it was like $80.
Oh, yeah, VPNs be expensive. But it's a good investment. I might buy another one. I had one to
Oh,
watch
it's worth it if you're doing stuff like
to
that,
watch
for
illegal
sure.
movies.
Yeah.
But I low-key might need it once I start doing my like investigative research for the podcast and whatnot. But I I'll never forget the summer before my freshman year. I went on like this like binge of watching the most craziest, mind-boggling psychological movies, and a lot of them were not legal in the U.S.
Hey, do you love like horror movies, like the weird
Yes,
ones?
I love horror. I love all horror. My favorite like subgenre is found footage, but
Ooh,
yes, another reason why I love film, going back to that, I want to do a found footage horror movie, short film, all of that.
yeah. I started with my first like film was a lot of found footage stuff. Cause I mean I was like 16. I was fresh off watching Blair Witch Project, and I thought it was
Mm.
the coolest thing ever, and I wanted to recreate it, so I did.
Is that your favorite found footage movie?
Um, I don't know actually. I've seen a lot recently where each one of them is interesting to me, but I think that's like the one where I always go back to when I'm like, oh, I like this one for sure.
Okay, so for me, it's all
Oh,
break
fuck.
because, like I said, I love this subgenre. I love Rec. It's this Hispanic. I don't know the country exactly, but it's a Spanish. Oh, Hispanic. Yeah, Hispanic movie franchise that's found footage, and then my other favorite found footage franchise is Paranormal Activity, and a bonus is The Taking of Deborah Logan. Not a franchise, but it is a effing great found footage movie, and it's scary. You should watch it. It's on Tubi.
Yeah,
I think
I've heard of that one.
all these movies are on Tubi, but Paranormal Activity, um, Wreck. Wreck is low-key, like, kind of scary. And The Taking of Deborah Logan, my
Well,
favorite.
I've seen Rick. That's a Spanish one too, right?
Yes, yes. Okay, you know what? I don't meet a lot of people who know about that franchise.
I know it because I think my buddy put it on one time and we were watching it and I was like, whoa, this is crazy stuff.
It gets gory, it gets serious, but I like it though. And I like
Yeah,
the concept, especially the first one in that like apartment. And
with the
like,
firefighters.
yes, and like, now, well, it may be just a movie. Like a lot of people live in apartments, okay? Like or apartment like housing buildings. It's not like an apartment. It's like a building with different, you know.
Hmm.
And I think that's like my favorite part of the movie is like the format of the building. But it is scary. Like, everybody's in their own house or room or whatever, and then y'all are trapped in there from the outside
Yeah.
and the inside. You can't come out. You're quarantined in there at that, and you're quarantined in there with zombies. Now, in the real world, you could really just stay in your house until all it is over. But then it's just a bunch of craziness going outside. And then they want, I think if I remember correctly in the film, everybody was trying to get everybody to come out of their house so they could talk about what's going on. Girl, I'm not leaving my room.
I low key, I'd go out because I like the intensity.
Especially if some of y'all are sick, though. Remember, they're sick too. They're being quarantined in.
Yeah.
I don't know about all that. But hey, that's just maybe. But I can't say what I'd actually do in that situation because I probably would take my sorry ass out there and try to help them and like
Yeah.
try to be a part of the group and be positive. But I don't know that. But I like the structure, the storyline, the plot, the scenery. That's my favorite part about horror movies. If it's like a good, it's like I need to know the location. Knowing film locations is literally everything to me.
Yeah.
What is your dream film location?
Hmm. You know, as much as I love making movies, I think I actually wrote this one down too. I have like what's it called, a mood board and everything for it in case I ever make it. But it's a TV series of someone's life, and each season is like a portion of that person's life and their experiences and stuff. And I want to film. I don't know. Maybe this is just crazy to me, but I low key want to film this in a way, um, in a way where it's kind of parallel to my life, but mainly focusing on the more important pieces of, my culture, like because I'm Hispanic and stuff, and a lot of the things um that we often like live through in our cultures is pretty all over the place, and putting that in one movie isn't gonna be possible. You'd have to make like one or two or three, and I'm like, I love cinematic TV series like
Mhm.
Breaking Bad, True Detective, and um
The
like
Sopranos.
there's a lot. Yeah, like The Sopranos and stuff. Well, that one's not too cinematic. It's just kind of, but it's a good show regardless.
Well, yeah, I wanted to say Euphoria, but I felt like that would have been cliche.
Yeah, Euphoria is definitely, it looks cool visually. The story sucks though horribly. I don't know what
Well,
the
yeah,
writers.
yeah. I mainly like it because of the shots. If you want to be honest.
Yeah, I still use it sometimes to do a storyboard for a shot on that thing because Euphoria has some pretty cool shots sometimes. But yeah, that's something of what I want to do, and I want to film in very like secluded, uh, small town areas because I'm kind of fascinated by all these small towns in the U.S. They're um they're so left out, and
Yeah, some of them are left out for a reason. Don't go to no small town, Angel, and get got, and we can't find you.
I know, it's I mean as in like just to capture the atmosphere of it, because when you go to small towns, you're kind of like you're in a different part of the world where not you're not used to, and it seems so alien. And I like that feeling for some reason in the
Me
way
too.
it
I
kind of
won't lie.
invokes the audience.
I
Yeah.
you'd like Georgia. I think, especially if you came down to the South, I think you'd like that. I think you'd like because there are a lot of small, boring yet cute little towns in
Yeah.
like places to go. I think you can definitely get that. I would want to see, like, especially up north, though, in, like, places like Wisconsin and Michigan, and, like, North Dakota, South Dakota, freaking Montana. I'm sure there's, like, a lot of, like, small, weird, but, like, cool places to go to, too.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to get got, so, you know.
Yeah, I know. We're on the list.
Oh, in Wisconsin?
No, like if we show up in a small town,
Yeah.
we're definitely be looked at like who is this?
They gonna take us, and we ain't never
We
gonna be
ain't coming
seen
back.
again.
Hmm.
They're gonna be making podcasts about where we went.
The missing story of Kass, the missing story of Angel. Yeah.
Bodies are gonna be cold, and we gonna have documentaries out. It's gonna be crazy.
The thumbnail's gonna be crazy too. The
Yes,
thumbnail.
they gonna use AI images of us.
No, no, no.
Yes, AI. They
I'm
gonna
not gonna let that happen.
these new YouTubers. They gonna make a little docu series, and they're gonna put that creepy music, and they're gonna be like, case number one. It's gonna be an AI image, all AI, and then at the end it's gonna be one real picture of us.
Those videos are so interesting. I love watching those videos like late at night, just
Me
like
too. Nick
creeping
Crowley.
myself out.
Do you watch Nick Crowley?
Do I watch what?
Nick Crowley.
Um, doesn't
He
sound familiar.
that kind of creepy, weird content.
I might have run across him. I'm not good on like names like that.
Check him out. Him and Chilling Scares are really good.
Oh, I remember Chilling Scares. He was
Yes,
big.
I love him. I love his. He inspired me to make to want to start my 4chan exploring series.
Yeah,
R.I.P. 4chan, by the way. I think it got deleted, but
4chan. Oh, 4chan? Isn't
4chan.
that the website where a lot of like the craziest people will be posting stuff?
Yeah, coordinates to bodies, parts. People be playing with grenades on there.
Mm-hmm.
It got banned though recently, actually. I think. Yeah, it's gone.
Damn.
And 4chan is really old. Like, older, probably older than you.
Yeah, it was I mean, it's an old site. I remember I discovered it recently because I was watching this video. It was like this like 2 hour long video on it was called every hate group explained. And
I
a
have
lot of
that
the
video saved in my YouTube.
oh, you should watch them. They're really interesting. Really,
I think I watched, you know what one I did watch from that guy though? I think I know what you're talking about. I watched the Every Cult Ever, or
I
Every
watched that
Cult
one too. That
Explained.
one's fire.
That one was good. That one was
I
good. I like that one.
learned a lot. But what I'm saying though, a lot of those people who are commit those crimes are people that are on 4chan. That's how I discovered 4chan.
But then it's like, do you really know if they're committing crimes? Because it really is the internet. I could get on here and lie any day.
Uh-huh.
So, but I think, no. But you're right, though. A lot of people have been caught on 4chan doing some real despicable stuff. So, I won't put it
Hmm.
past you. And I
Yeah.
think I realized after the years, like doing research, especially like being on Reddit and finding people who actually were on 4chan, they said like before it started getting like monitored by the FBI more consistently, it was actually really bad when it first came out, like 10 times worse.
Oh, I bet. I mean, there's a lot of websites. I mean, I've never been on it. I'm kind of probably wouldn't want to know what I see.
I think the
Yeah.
craziest website I was on for research purposes was when I went on the Wayback Machine. You know what that is, right?
No, I don't.
The Wayback Machine, like you can see old archives of websites from when they first were created to like at least when they like stopped, like when the website was deleted.
Hmm.
If you listen to an episode I did last summer, I did a episode on the Cannibal Cafe,
The Cannibal
and
Cafe. That sounds
it was
familiar.
a online website forum where people could live out like talk about their cannibal fantasies, wanting to be eaten, wanting to eat someone. All consensual, by the way. All consensual.
Like some Bone stuff. You see that movie?
Yes. Like that.
Hmm.
And you can
Please,
find
please,
pictures.
people.
You can buy people, sell yourself, all that.
What?
And
Bro,
there
what
actually
the?
was one case that got the website shut down. These two guys met. They talked about it. They agreed. The guy wanted to be eaten. He came over, got eaten. And I think the German police tried to crack down on it, and the website got shut down. But then they turned it into a new private website where you have to have a password called Dulcet Dolls. But if you go on the Wayback Machine, you can see a bunch of like crazy, eerie, almost a little funny like archives of the website. If you feel interested in going down that rabbit hole, be my guest.
I mean, I'll do that probably with a friend. 'Cause, you know, what if like the camera on my laptop sucks me in and I die?
Well, that's the thing. It's not like the website is what it is anymore. But I mean, I was low key
Yeah.
scared doing that too, so I'm not even going to knock you for it.
No, I'll do it. I have to have someone to be next to me to like make sure I disappear or something. I don't know.
From what I saw, I didn't see images. I just saw like messages and forums and like people talking more so.
Yeah, creepy stuff.
hmm What is your favorite rabbit hole you've gone down in regards of the internet?
Ah, dang, I don't know. That's a good question because sometimes be, you ever have like a random thought in your head and you go on the internet and you look through it and you're on there for like hours, like looking this
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to think because I've done this before.
If it's too many, I get it. If it's too
I don't
many,
know. I think it's usually music.
oh
It's
yeah,
just
that
music.
iceberg.
I Yeah, yeah, I didn't. I remember when I got into you listen to Black Ray or Sick Boy Rari.
Put me on. Who's that?
Um, he was like one of the early like SoundCloud rappers who did like the tread style, like filthy beats and stuff, working on dying beats. It's very like Goth Money Records. You've heard of that?
That sounds familiar. That's that's not tapped in with like JPEG Mafia and Devon Hendrix and stuff, right?
No, but they're parallel. I don't
Oh,
think they've ever collaborated, but honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they did though. That'd be
'cause
cool.
I think I've heard that name when I was like listening, like and just looking around when I was listening to Peggy.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe, but I mean, Goth Money is like
I've heard of that. I have heard of that. I've heard that name.
yeah, I remember going on a deep dive with him because I discovered him on SoundCloud, and this is like 3 years ago, and I really liked his sound. I'm like, whoa, I've never heard anything because like cloud rap, like the beats, it's like very,
hmm
I don't know, dreamlike. It sounds like like heavy reverb and stuff. And I
Yeah.
like that sound. I just never heard of it before, so I started doing a deep dive of like the genre. And then a lot of the artists I listen to now are just all the artists I branched out from the genre. I think that's like the biggest iceberg that I'm on right now is the whole cloud rap sound.
I got too many icebergs I'm trying to go down.
Hmm.
If you want me to be real.
Yeah, like what's one of them?
Um, One iceberg I'm about to hop into is the Life with Grandpa iceberg. If you saw my trailer, you know. Um, it is a crazy. I don't even know if I call it a case. I'm gonna just call it the craziest background and rabbit hole of lost media that
Yeah,
there is.
I mean, what is it like? Grandpa? Who's Grandpa?
It's basically was a children's TV show. Um, a very religious TV show with puppets, and the creator of the show, Grandpa, essentially, he Like, he's just a weird guy. He had another show, and he was just, he exploited a lot of children. It was like a cult, and it was really like, it's too much. Like, if I even touch the surface, it's like so much to even get into.
Yeah.
One of the kids he abused, one of the main kids he abused, went back and was trying to murder all the adults involved. Like, when I say it's like over the top child exploitation, like actually over the top. Like, he was like really, like, it was bad. But not a lot of people know about this, and I feel like it's almost under the radar. Shout out to Nick Crowley, though, for like going down that rabbit hole and even talking about it, because he introduced that to me with his research video.
Yeah. That's weird. That reminds me of I mentioned this TV show called True Detective, and like the first season of it is these two detectives trying to like you know figure this case out of like missing children and
Mm.
missing girls, and it takes place like deep deep south, I mean I wouldn't say deep south, but in that area, like I think it was parts of Texas, parts of Louisiana, and it was just like this very like it was like this cult thing like with this church and stuff, and it wasn't based on a true story, I believe, but it's stuff that's happened before. Like it's not, it doesn't, it, my
Oh
while the story in
yeah,
the show might not be real, it's happened in real life.
yeah. Southern Gothic, while it's like my favorite kind of aesthetic, I'd love to shoot like a Southern Gothic like photo shoot. It's like so like cool, but in the stance of like creepy, small, Bible thumping, creepy Southern towns that do a lot of weird shit under the sun. Those definitely do exist. And if you ride around the South long enough, deep enough, you might come
You'll
across
see
that.
stuff.
You might come across that.
Yeah, no, I bet. I mean, I'm really big on that. Not that like that stuff, but I love reading about that stuff because
You're
I,
not alone. If anybody is gonna relate to you on wanting to research and look into weird shit, I'm gonna be your friend and hand in that. Don't ever feel judged.
yeah. Do you know the witch house duo Salem?
Like,
They're like a music group. Well, it used to be like three members, but now it's just two.
no, I don't.
Oh, what? I think you'll like them. It's a lot of like South trap like inspired uh electronic music, I'll say. But a lot of like their style is like parts of like that southern religious aesthetic, and it's like very like ominous and creepy and horror like, but it's so cool.
What's it? What's that? What are they called?
Salem, like the Salem witch trials.
Yeah, I just followed them on Spotify. I'll check that out.
They're cool. I've been listening to them for a while now, and I've always liked that sound. Like they're very parallel of a lot of artists I listen to, in that not in the same sound, but in the kind of the same style, I guess.
If I'm looking
Yeah.
at it, both of the guys in the group are from Michigan and Chicago.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're from up here, but they mainly live down in the south, like I think in Georgia.
I feel it. I mean, hey, I'm gonna
Yeah.
check that out for sure. I'm always listening. I'm always looking for new music.
Yeah. I want to see them live too. Their music is cool and stuff. Hmm.
How do you feel about this interview? Did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's my first interview ever, really.
Can you
Um,
believe we're an hour in?
yeah, it's weird. I don't know. I don't know what to say really. I mean, it's cool. Like I've never like I think I used to interview people back in high school because I was in the newspaper, so I'm kind of familiar with this.
Hmm.
So, and now it's like, oh, I'm the one being interviewed.
Definitely a
It's
weird
pretty fun.
feeling. I agree.
Have you ever been interviewed?
No, I have not. Mm-mm.
You gotta get on the podcast to get interviewed now. But now you gotta find someone to interview you. Do you know any other like podcast people?
Mm, no,
No.
not like personally. I have like two podcasts I listen to on my own, but no one personally.
Yeah. I don't really listen to podcasts. I think um I only listen to like interviews of people I listen to like music wise or filmmakers and stuff because I like to hear what their mind thinks sometimes.
I agree.
Yeah.
I like that too. But this has been a good interview.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me and
I'm
stuff.
glad to have had you. And to wrap this all up, this has been a great interview. I'm happy to have had you on. You are always welcome back.
Of course.
Honestly,
Thank you.
group interview, Perception, you, Kid,
That'd be really cool.
that coming soon. Coming soon. We'll do it soon.
All right.
But this has been a great interview. I'm happy to have had you on.
Yeah, thank you,
We really
Kass.
got on here and yapped.
We did about AI and creepy icebergs and stuff.
Honestly, though, thank you for coming on, taking your time to talk to me.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me on here.
Yes, keep
Um,
being great.
yep.
Yeah,
All
y'all,
right.
we gonna end this
Take
off.
all right, take care.
Yes.